Hey everybody, it's time for another safari story, and I have our lovely friends, the Adams family, all the way from United States to help me with this story, because this story is going to be about how we tracked the female tigress known as Dotty, the showstopper of Bandhavgarh, for the first time this season. And these are the lucky guests here who saw it. So before I tell you the tracking story, let's just hear how they felt. That was their first proper tiger sighting. So we have Linda, Nick. Nick actually went to Wake Forest University and he was my RA the first year of college. Then we have Nat, and then we have Tim. So tell me, how was it seeing Dotty and seeing your first tiger?
It was so exciting. We spent the whole morning tracking the tiger. It took a lot of patience. You taught us so much about the surroundings and the trees and everything, and so we were absorbing everything. And then when the tiger came, it was just like super exciting to finally see it. And it walked right next to us, right next to the Jeep, and it was like the tiger trusted us, like he knew you or something. And we got great pictures. It was so fun.
Yeah. There was a time, right, when we reached and we had found the pug marks and we saw Dotty. She was really deep in the bushes. And do you want to take the story from now?
Yeah, so Dottie was very deep in the bushes, and we were, of course, excited to be able to see all of Dottie. And she kept lifting up her paw and moving around a little bit. And we thought that would be our only sighting. So we took pictures and we circled Dottie so that we would be able to find her for later. And there were 5 or 6 other safaris there looking, and they were all kind of moving around for position. But after a bit, they all got tired and they left. But our guide Suyash stayed, and we had a little bit of perseverance that I guess was taught at Wake Forest. And then once everyone else left, we started to hear the warning calls from the deer as well as the monkeys. And then Dottie stood up and started walking towards us, and we got some amazing pictures as Dottie emerged from the forest. It was just great to have the patience, and we were the only ones to get to see Dottie moving around.
Yeah, that was awesome. Anyone wants to add before I tell the tracking story?
Well, I think I want to hear the tracking story, because to me that was the best part of the whole thing, was tracking her all morning and then having a successful sighting.
Yeah, and the thing that I'll add from Natalie's side is she's promised that the next tiger we see, it's going to be $20,000. But the catch there was that $2 get deducted every minute. So we're gonna be leaving for our evening safari soon. So I'll do my best to tell this story very quickly so that we can leave. I can get my hands on the 20,000. So if you come closer, Tarni, I'll be able to tell the story better. Tracking is not always linear. It doesn't matter that you see the pug marks and suddenly there's a tiger, or you hear the alarm calls and suddenly there's a tiger. Early in the morning, we saw pug marks of Dotty going from Bagnakha Tiraha towards Boda. It's a straight road. On the right side, there's a fence. It's a straight road like this, and then Dotty cut to the left. And once she cut to the left, there's a huge patch of forest, and then there's another road here. So around 6:45 a.m. is when I found the pug marks, and I told them, look, this is very fresh, but she's already gone in and she's not going to come out right now. We're going to check for these pug marks much later. We roamed around the entire jungle, all of Magdi zone. We got nothing. Then I came back and tried on this road where I expected Dotty to come out. Again, nothing. Then we decided to go and have breakfast. And as soon as we came out of breakfast, we came to Bagnakha Tiraha, saw Dotty's older pug marks, took a turn like this. There was fresh dropping and fresh pug marks. And I was like, oh my God, this was not there before. This was not there before. Tim even said that there was flies on top of the dropping, which was amazing for you to note. And, sometimes guests are more observant because you're lost in just finding the tiger. So that was very, very cool, Tim. And we're going, and the pug marks got fresher and fresher. And as soon as we came onto the turn, Rakesh, our guide, stood up and he could see Dotty just laying and just the side of her. And it was amazing because the gap between the sighting and the pug marks initially were 3.5 hours long. And then, as everyone said, everyone just waited there. There were 3 other vehicles. They waited, and Dotty wouldn't move. So people got bored, people got impatient, and they left. And I told them that, you know, if people leave, she'll feel more comfortable in getting up and moving. So it was in my interest also to make people leave. So people left. And then at just that instant, a little bit of luck helped us also, because Cheetal and Langur saw Dotty and they started making alarm calls. And you see, tigers are highly solitary animals, so they don't want their presence to be announced. So once the Cheetal and Langur saw her, Dotty was like, you know what, I can't sleep here. I don't feel safe. She wants to go into a cave or some other place where the deer and the Cheetal and the Langur are not annoying her and announcing her presence. So she got up, and I said, everyone just stay quiet, don't move. She'll come herself very close. And typically we always maintain distance from tigers because that's the law. However, in this instant, if I had turned on the vehicle and moved, Dotty would actually get disturbed. She's there laying 25-30 meters away from us. She gets up, comes towards us, like literally walks towards us, passes the vehicle like just literally 3-4 meters, and then keeps walking. She keeps walking, and then she goes into the right, maybe to smell something. So once she's gone into the forest, I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna go up. So I go up, position the vehicle, and then she comes out again and then walks directly towards us, and which was very, very cool. So remember, when you're on a safari, patience always pays off, and you should always have a nice team, a nice crew with you.
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable, right? Okay, off we go for our evening safari.